Oh dear.
So today's class is going to be about feet. We're going back to basics. We're going back to probably about, oh gosh, it's nearly about 2 years ago now that we started doing unlace the brace. So really looking at the foot itself and doing a few nice little drills for feet. If you can all see that picture that's on just now, there's 3 different colored triangles. Now, everyone in the world has a triangle or a tripod. Depending on injuries, depending on the journey you've been on, the footwear you've worn, whatever, people develop different triangles. So I'm going to try and explain this one to you. So our main goal is to try and get the red triangle. So try and get to the knuckle of the first metatarsal, the knuckle of the fifth metatarsal, and weight down through the calcaneus or the heel bone itself. So that's a nice splayed foot, but also that's a foot that allows us to adventure into pronation, and also into supination. So pronation is when you go onto your big toe side. Supination is when you lift the big toe or the medial side off the ground. People develop, if they're highly supinated, they develop the blue triangle. So when they come in, there's a big wear pattern underneath the second and third toes. And there's also a wear pattern underneath the fifth head. And they tend to be quite on the outside border of their foot. So when you look at your trainers, you'll find that the outside of the foot is really, really worn down. Now, supination is quite a rigid foot, which means that there's no chance to really shock absorb when you hit the ground, which tends to move the force up into either the shin, the knee, or into the hip itself. So whenever somebody presents with that blue triangle, we try and get across towards the corner of the red side. And then the third option the foot tends to have is the green triangle, which again, you've got a wear pattern on the middle toe, but you've also got a wear pattern on the outside of your big toe. So not necessarily through the fat pad or through the top of the toe itself. It tends to be on the extreme outside of the toe itself. And it looks like you rub. But what that is because the foot is stuck in pronation, or we tend to see the phrase flat foot. So the foot tends to be into a pronated position the whole time. So rather than have anywhere to go, it tends to spin. So that's why you get a friction on the top of the toe itself. So it's quite cool. If you look at different people, I don't know if you'll ever be looking at different people's feet. If you ever find yourself look at different people's feet, have a little look at where the wear pattern is. And if you get a chance, have a look at your own foot, because everyone's footprint's slightly different, but you'll start to see a little callus formation where you put your load. And that's quite an important thing for us. So if we're in the green kind of pattern here, we want to focus on getting people into supination. So try to get them out on towards the fifth toe here. And that's why the drills that we do today, some people, if you're on the green, will find pronation really easy to do, but really, really hard to get out of. Some people in the blue triangle will find the supination part easy to do, but they'll really struggle to get into pronation. So it's hard for me to give you prompts because each foot is slightly different, but I just want to show you that kind of foot. And I want you to kind of think about, well, what kind of foot am I? So what we'll do is we'll get started. There's a few drills today. They're nice and, I say this every week, they're nice and easy, but they're more about quality rather than quantity today. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drills to get through today, all about footwork and the contact with the ground, all about trying to get from this blue triangle to the red triangle, or from the green triangle to the red triangle. So we're trying to think about when we're in contact with the ground. I want you to keep on asking yourself throughout the class today, what does my foot contact feel like with the ground? Does it feel like it's in the blue? Does it feel like it's in the green? Does it feel like it's in the red itself? Okay. So, right, I'm going to pop myself on spotlight. All we need today is a mat. In fact, you don't even need a mat. All you need today is 2 feet. And if you don't have 2 feet, that's fine as well. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm faffing. Right, let's start with the So we're going to start off with our foot torques, first of all. So we're going to have our feet about shoulder width apart. Hands are between hips first and foremost. And I want you to start thinking about, can I actually get my feet into that kind of red triangle that we saw in the screen itself there. And all we ask you to do is just slowly start to do small, maybe quarter turns first and foremost. And the most important thing is, I want you to visualize that red triangle and try and keep that red triangle through the whole of the drill. So when you rotate to your right, you'll find that the weight wants to go on the outside border of your foot, but still keep the big toe down. And then when we rotate to our left, on the same right hand foot, the weight shifts onto the big toe side. And we're just going to go between the two there. So as we rotate down to the right, you should visualize, yes, we want to keep the red triangle, but we're exploring into that blue triangle. And when we rotate to our left, we're more exploring into that green triangle itself that we saw at the start there. So we're just going to go side to side. The knees, if you can imagine, have like head torches on them. And you're just shining the head torches from side to side. So the knees do move. The knees have to have a slight flexion in there as well. And I want you to think about the toes being nice and long. We're now just going to bring in an arm swing, if that's okay. So just bring in the arm swing as you rotate. So make sure the arms are in time with the feet, but our concentration is still on our feet and stuff. The toes are nice and long, nice and wide. Every so often, just have a think, can I feel my big toe? Can I feel my pinky toe? Yes, the weight distribution will change, but we still should be in contact with them. Let the hips move with the arms, okay? That's really important. And you might find that on my side, my right hand hip doesn't want to go as far, but my left hand hip does. So I want to really try and just think about, can I allow that right hand to really push through? Good work. So a nice arm swing, head stays nice and straight. We're just letting the arms go from side to side. We're rocking from the pelvis. We're pressing down through the feet. Nice and easy exploration today, just getting supination and pronation. This is a great drill when you're in Costa Coffee. Practice just standing that cue, rotating the hips from side to side. If you're waiting for the kettlebell, practice this one. If you've got shoes on, that's absolutely fine as well. Now, we're not drifting side to side. It's very much spinning. Like the kebab, in that kebab shop you see, you're spinning round that pole. 3, 2, 1. We're bringing a long reach now. So we're just going to reach across and really reach as far as we can. And the feet still stay in contact with the ground. We're really reaching diagonally with the body itself. Pull the hips back as you reach, with the whole feet stay in contact with the ground. As I reach my right hand across, I pronate, weights on the inside of my right foot. As I reach my left hand across, I supinate on the right foot. So we're actually getting a really nice mobility for that ankle, for that forefoot. The supination and pronation is a combination of different joints, dorsiflexin, plantar flexin, inverting, everting. They're all fancy words for just going different directions. So it's a combination of movements itself. So we're reaching as far as we can. We're really trying to just increase that speed a little bit. The foot doesn't come off the ground. The foot stays planted on the ground. 10 seconds just. Good work. Really reach across. The foot's rotating rather than going side to side with the hips. We're actually rotating the pelvis to get in movement there. In 3, 2, 1, X. We're going to the next drill, which is going to be our pronation lunge. So our first one is just going to be right foot forward, and we're just going to take the weight forward onto the big toe, and then back out onto the heel, that the whole foot stays in contact. So we're still red triangle, but we're going to emphasize the green, emphasize the blue, emphasize the green, emphasize the blue. Good work. And we're going to bring in our small reach now. So just bring that right hand in, bring it back. We're still push the pelvis forward, pull the pelvis back. So we're still spinning round about that pelvis itself there. The key goal here is to keep the whole foot on the ground itself there. The back heel can lift, but the front foot stays completely stuck to the ground. And we're going nice speed here. Accept the weight for your nice, full, wide foot and come forward. Lovely work. Make sure this chest spins around as well. If there's a head torch here, it shines straight forward, shines to the TV. Shines straight forward, shines to the TV. So we're getting a spin through our pelvis there. 10 seconds just. 5, 3, 2, 1, and change round. It's going to be left foot forward this time. Weights on the right hand side. We're reaching with our left hand. Okay, so all we're going to do is just get a few lunges onto that front foot, and then bring in our reach. So again, head torch spins round. The knees are allowed to go inside the big toe. We've always had that fear of the knee must go over the second toe, but allow the knee to go where it wants to go, as long as the heel stays down. Okay, so the heel stays down. Long with the foot, long with the toes, wide with the foot. Heel stays down the whole time as well. We're really trying to open up that chest. Good. Allow the hip to open. Allow the knee to explore. Good work. Reach. Reach. So close up on the ankle should show the heel always in contact. The big toe is always in contact. And the pinky toe is always in contact. But the weight distribution changes as we work through the range. And we're going to change it back over in 3, 2, 1. We're back to right foot forward. This time we're going to go super, super slow. And I want you to go to the point where you feel the heel away to lift off the ground. So right foot forward, right hand out. Start with the knee behind the ankle. And all we're going to do is come forward as far as we feel comfortable going. So feel that weight, and we're going to hold there. We're going to really, really hold that step. The heel at the front foot isn't let it come off the ground. You're keeping the toes long. Have a little look down. Is there any wink sign at the toes? Are the toes really gripping to the ground? Let them relax if you can. You can lift them up even better. Press down through that foot. Stay here. Minimal weight on the back leg, but there's the whole foot is full on the front foot. So that red triangle is where we need to be there. And just introduce that rotation there. So hold, stretch the foot every so often, just lift the toes, place them back down. Because they'll want to grip on for dear life. Keep them long. 10 seconds just. Hold. Relax the toes, press down through the middle of the foot. 5, 3, 2, 1, and push it back up again. Switch over, left foot forward. Left foot forward, left hand comes in. Start with the knee behind the ankle, hand out, ready, and slowly transition. Keep reaching to where you feel the heel wants to go off the ground, but that's as far as you go. Hold there. Chest opens out. Whole foot relaxed. Lift and place the toes. Try not to let the toes curl on. Let them go nice and long. Press down through the middle of the foot. So right slap bang in the middle of that red triangle. Hold in that position there. Long through the foot. This is a good stretch for plantar fascial type symptoms. Any stretch into the back of Achilles here. We're really opening up that foot. When we're in this position, pronation, the joints at the bottom open up, the joints at the top close down. So we're creating a lot of space at the bottom of our foot. 10 seconds to go. And we're going to do a next drills against the wall. But we've got 5 seconds here to go. 3, 2, slowly push yourself back up and give yourself a little shake off there. Good work, well done. So the next drill we're going to do is going to be what we call our tibial anterior raises. So you're going to find yourself against the wall, take half a step out, keeping the knees nice and straight. All we do is raise the foot, put the foot back down. Raise the foot back down. So it's not just the toes we're raising, it's the whole foot. So we're rocking onto that heel. So we're really trying to feel that red calcaneal corner of our foot. So that's the back end of the foot. So we're going to do this for a minute times 3. So when we're ready, up nice and tall, ready, lift and back down. Lift and back down. If you've got any issues with your heel or heel pain, pop a towel or pop a mat underneath your heels. Good work. Back down. So this is a drill that really helps with the top of the foot to lift that foot when we're running. So if you catch your feet a lot on heather or you do a lot of orienteering or trail running, it's really important that we've got the strength at the front of the shin to be able to lift and clear that foot from the trail underneath it. Lift, this, lift, this. Keep work nice and slow and controlled. So we can walk straight feet, back down, raise, good, raise, back down. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Give yourself a little shake out. Our second one is going to be against the wall. Still, our heel's going to be in line with our big toe. So we're not too far off the wall. And this time, all we're going to do is we're going to sit back down to the wall itself and we'll raise our heels just off the ground and no more. So from the side, you should be down against the wall here, and our heels are just off the ground and no more. So it's not a big step out from the wall. Your foot goes in line with the big toe. And then we're going to slide down the wall, just a quarter way down the wall. And then we'll lift our heels off the ground. So ready, off we go. Excellent. Hold the speed here. Up nice and tall. Keep the rib cage down. So rather than march back, keep the rib cage down. Pressing down through like a pitchfork of your big toe and your small toe, pressing down. So we're not on the outside border of our foot. We're not closing on the inside. We're keeping that whole foot in contact with the ground. So big toe and fifth toe itself. Good work. Quads and calves. I don't know if I showed you the diagram before, but the front of the foot, quads and calf dominant. The heel, hamstring, glute dominant. The midfoot, hamstring, quads, calves, and glutes all working together there. So midfoot's where we get our power, but we still have to have the strength in the two opposite hands. 15 seconds to go. Hold in this position here. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. 15 seconds. Now, last one is just going to be a march. Okay, so we're going to march that feet out. So we're going to find ourselves against the wall again. We're going to take our half step forward. We're going to come down about a quarter distance on the wall, and all we're going to do is we're going to raise the heels for the first 30 seconds, and then it's going to be the feet for the last 30 seconds. So we start in 3, 2, 1, off we'll march in this position here. When you're marching, try not to let the heel touch the ground, okay? And I want you to march so that you're pushing down through the big toe and the small toe. So try not to rock the legs out of the way. We want to go straight forward with the knee. Pressing down through that forefoot, the big toe and the small toe to make that knee go straight. The knee will go where the foot tells it to go. And straighten the legs out, and we're lifting that feet up for the march. Good work. Good job. So straighter knee for the tip and one. Pushing back against the wall, rolling back onto the heel. Good work. 10 seconds just. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Our next drill is what we call Eddie the Eagles. So Eddie the Eagles ski jumper. You're going to stand, full weight down through big toe, small toe. Hands on hips, knees locked out. And what we're going to do is we're going to slowly lean as far forward. Okay, so we're going to take ourselves as far forward as we can. Things to avoid, bend the knees and pushing the hips back. It's got to be a nice straight line and you lean forward, like Michael Jackson as well. So lean forward here. We're going to hold this for a minute altogether. So press down through the forefoot, light on the heel, but the heel's not off the ground, okay? So all the weight is on that first and fifth toes at the front. We're spreading the width of the foot. Relax the toes so they're not curling up. We're leaning as far forward as we can. Press down through the ground. Lean into that forefoot. Lovely. Heels are light, they want to come off the ground. Knees pushed back, so rather than bending these, keep the knees pushed back. You'll find the heels want to come off the ground, but keep them just light. 20 seconds. Lovely work. Really good work. Keep moving forward. Breathing normal as well. Press down through the feet. 10. You'll feel that front of that shin working, the calves working. You'll feel that wee small burning feeling now. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Rock out. The next one, Eddie Eagle. But this time we're just going to close our eyes over, okay? So we're going to really have to use that sensory aspect of the feet itself. So, feet, shoulders apart. Eddie Eagle, lean forward, keep your eyes closed, and you'll find that it's just a little bit trickier to keep the balance this time around, okay? So lean forward, press down through the front toes, so really visualizing the head, that red triangle. Relax the toes, don't make them curl up, but press down through that first and the fifth toe. Really push down. Keep the eyes closed. If you feel you're falling over, open your eyes obviously. Use a hand if you need to as well, but really let the proprioception or the body find wherever it is in space just now. Press down through the toes. Good job. 25 seconds to go. Lean forward. Perineals on the outside of your foot will start to work. They're the ones that give you like a rudder type feeling. They invert the foot along with the tibialis posterior. So everything's working to stabilize that foot, to keep that foot still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. There, good job. Give the leg a little shake out and one last set of Eddie Eagles to go. This time, all we're going to do is we're going to lift our head and look up to the roof when we're doing it. So we're going to change the vestibular system. If there's any problems with your balance or any problems with your hearing or vision, just stick to the eyes closed. But I want you to lift the head and just look up towards the roof when we're doing an Eddie Eagle. So, feet shoulder apart. Get into position first of all. Once you're in position, eyes open, and we're just going to raise our head and look up at the roof itself and hold in that position there. Keep looking up towards the roof, but keep the weight distribution through your first and your fifth toes. Keep moving forward. Work hard here. If you want to make it a wee bit trickier, just close your eyes over now. Really work with that balance. Really try and keep the heel light, but the weight on the forefoot itself. Lovely work. Really good. Knees locked out. Hips forward. Hold here. 25 seconds to go. We're still looking at weights in the forefoot. Imagine that red triangle. Good job. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Good job. And we're going to finish off, guys, with our last exercise, which is going to be what I call 40s. 4 zeros. A new age. So we're going to be on the left foot, and the right foot's going to heel bounce for 40 repetitions. We're then going to bounce for 40 repetitions. We're then going to bounce for 40 repetitions. And then we're going to bounce 40 repetitions. Okay? So the whole time the knee is doing that kind of movement itself, but the whole foot stays in contact with the ground. So the whole foot is in contact with the ground. So we're going to do our left leg first of all. We're going to start with 40 repetitions. So ready, and off go 1. Leave that toe in the back, nice and complete. 10. 20. 30. 40. Straight out to the side, ready, and off go. 1. 10. Now we're starting to cook. 20. 30. Glutes starting to work, quads starting to work, calves starting to work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight behind you if you can, so straight back behind you, off go. Knee still comes up in between. 10. 20. Small movement. 30. 40. Well done. Good job, good job, good job, good job. Last one, round the back. Okay, round the back. Last one for 40. So ready, and we'll go. 1. Keep the pelvis facing forward if you can. 20. Making that whole leg work together. 30. And 40. Good job. Well done. Excellent job. Go on to the right foot next. Right foot next, guys. Right foot forward. Left foot's going to be the tapping leg. Foot stays flat on the ground. Big toe, small toe, heel. You'll be hearing that in your sleep tonight. Ready? Off go. 10. 20. 30. 40. Side. Ready? Go. Toe nice and wide. 10. 20. 30. 40. And we're going behind. Make sure there's a bit of space behind you. Ready? Go. 1. Weights on that whole foot. It's a small movement. 10. 20. 30. 40. Round the back. Last set. Last set. Ready. Off we go. Okay. 10. 20. 30. 9. 40. Well done. Good job. Your legs little shake out there. Well done, guys. Really, really good work. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We'll pause it for them. That's a lot of burner. This is why you had your kick cut, Ali. So that there, what we're looking to do was really try and get used to just loading that foot differently, but also what was more important was make you aware of that whole foot itself. So during that exercise there, you would have found sometimes you've been in the green zone, sometimes you've been in the blue zone, but the whole time we're trying to be in that red zone. So next time you're standing in a queue, just try and think about, can I access red? Can I actually be through the whole of the foot? If you spend a lot of time in the blue, it's really, really hard to balance, but also it's a stiff foot. If we're spending all the time in the green, again, the foot's locked out, there's nowhere else for it to go. So the load has to go further up the tree towards the knee. So we have to have a foot that's quite malleable and quite mobile. And that's what we're really trying to do with them drills, especially the first 2 or 3 drills, the foot torques. Practice them little and often. You can't overdo them. Make sure that the knees and the hips move rather than just the knees being locked out, because sometimes you might irritate the knee if your knee's locked out. So make sure the knees are soft, make sure the hips are moving, and make sure the foot is feeling like it can move from side to side. Next week, there may or may not be a class because I'm on holiday in Tenerife. So I'll either be on a beach in Tenerife to really put it in, bring your own Kit Kats, or if I'm struggling for Wi-Fi, it will probably be a week off. But I'll let you all know what's happening once I get there. Cool. Any questions at all about today?
No.
Well done.
I need another Kit Kat.
I need another Kit Kat. Yeah. Yeah. Kit Kat is in order for today. I think you'll feel round about the ankles, just feel a bit looser just now. So if you are going to go straight for a run just now, you might feel that the ankle feels a bit looser than normal. So just watch if you're going on rougher ground, or if you're doing these things right before you go for a run, just be aware of any rougher ground initially, but there shouldn't be no issues at all. Disclaimer. Good job. Have a lovely weekend.
Thanks, James.
We'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Bye.